Hi Aries, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Extended Monthly Tarot for May 2024. There is a lot going on in May. For you, while I was clearing your cards, the main insights had to do with relationships and karmic completion. I also got the Led Zeppelin song Whole Lotta Love in my head. So I found that interesting because when you think about the lyrics and you need coolant, and I think about your Aries fire. This could be a dynamic with somebody else who perhaps is a water sign. So do take that how it resonates. But I did get a little like energized, I would say, when it comes to your relationships, whether they be love or career, family. But I think especially with all of the Taurus energy that we have in May, there is going to be a lot of benevolent energy, warm energy. So we had that fiery, let's go energy when it came to your season. And now we're going to get in May a lot of Taurus energy, a lot of Aquarius energy, a lot of Pisces energy, and a lot of Gemini energy. So it's going to be a lot, okay? But a lot of energizing energy. That's what's really nice, is it's not so much chaotic. So let's get into a little bit of May's astrology, and then we'll get into your tarot. So beginning of May, we have May 2nd, Pluto actually goes retrograde in Aquarius. So all of the things that we have been learning the last few months, like think when Pluto went direct in January, there's been a big buildup, all right? And now we have an opportunity to reflect on what we've learned. Remember, retrogrades are a time for reflection. And so we can think about all of the ways we have been transforming personally and collectively, and some of the mistakes that have been made. But remember, mistakes aren't something to get down upon, like they're lessons to be learned. So remember, the retrograde is a time to go, okay, here's where this could have gone better. Here's where this could have gone. This is the road I could have taken versus this road. And now that we're learning to move forward, this is going to be wonderful, because when it comes to fall, when that Pluto activation in Aquarius again is like go time, we're going to really understand the ways that we can just fine tune, I guess. Okay, so utilize these months coming up for a lot of strong forward movement. But when it comes to the actual transformation, this is the time to do the inner work. This is the time to build your power personally, so that when we get that build up again, we're ready to go. All right. Okay, so another one that I want to highlight is the new moon in Taurus on May 7th. And again, talk about benevolence. This is a really benevolent new moon. This is a perfect new moon too. So like obviously every new moon is a time to write new intentions, okay? But for this one specifically, this is a wonderful time to plant those seeds when it comes to love and finances. So again, I'm going back to how much I got love and lovers and whole lot of love and reflection. But I really want you to plant those seeds when it comes to your finances or love, because the roots that you plant now are going to blossom in the fall, along with all of that wonderful Pluto direct energy that's coming as well. Okay. So also, I want you to think about the Mercury entering Taurus on May 15th. All right. Because a lot of this last Mercury retrograde that happened in April was a doozy. And I personally can say that this retrograde to me felt the most, I felt the effects personally the most. But reminder, like the retrogrades, a time to reflect, a time to really reassess and plan, okay? And like those frustrations when you do have an understanding of like might be communication breakdowns, there might be travel delays, it's easier to deal with, right? But when Mercury goes into Taurus on May 15th, we're going to be able to just like slow down and reflect, but also like have that forward movement at the same time. Another thing I want to highlight, so I will be linking all of the astrology. There's a lot of astrology transits happening. I'm just highlighting a few. There will be a link. I'm going to make a post with the link for all of the astrology for May 2025, and I'm sorry, May 2024. But the wonderful thing I like about astrology.com for their breakdown of the transits throughout the month is they actually include the outer planets too. And so if you don't know anything about those outer planets, I do highly suggest you check out Pam Gregory, Heather Ensworth. They have amazing information on those outer planets, because that's something that a lot of astrologers are beginning to incorporate more. So another thing that I want to highlight is Gemini season, May 20th. All right, so if you do have any Gemini placements too, there's a lot of expansion coming with Gemini energy, especially too, like, I love that this is here. If you have like a rising sign, okay, because like this is recognition, fame. Your rising sign is, you know, the how people perceive you, your public persona. Interesting enough that there's something to do with boundaries when it comes to that too. So if you are getting this recognition, this fame, especially fame, you know, you might have been learning lessons related to how to have boundaries with that, okay? Because like once you become a public figure, then everybody wants a piece of you. So interesting enough that pops up. But if you do have strong Gemini placements, do be mindful of that, because there's a lot of expansion coming at the end of the month. It's been building. Remember that expansion, Jupiter went direct in Taurus at the end of December. So all the things that we've been expanding are going to continue to expand. So that's, again, reminder of how important it is to align your thinking with where you're going with expansion of positivity. Because if we focus on the negative, if we focus on the things we want to clear, we're just expanding that more and more. And so that's something that we don't want to do. So May 20th, though, Sun enters Gemini. And this is going to be something where Geminis are chatty, okay? And that Gemini energy is very fast-moving communication. And so thank goodness Mercury will be direct when this happens. But you're going to really want to, in the next 4 weeks, like say yes to everything. It's go time, okay? And so when it comes to, especially if you're in a field of communication, this is a time to really increase that expansion, because, yeah, like charge forward, all right? And make sure you don't hold back. Like, you want to be completely engaged. There's going to be a lot of time too where like we are going to want to just unplug, because again, like there's a lot of Taurus and Pisces placements, but you want to balance, okay? Balance is the key, because you don't want to overextend yourself to burnout and burn out that flame, but you also want to make sure you take time to nurture your emotions. Like, I think that the Temperance card was the perfect thing to say there, because that is also Sagittarius energy, and it's know thyself, nothing in excess, okay? So you can't have too much go without the rest either, okay? Another thing to highlight, May 23rd, full moon in Sagittarius. Speaking of Sagittarius, I think this full moon is going to be very important for you, fellow fire sign. Now, this is going to be a very adventurous full moon, and it's going to help you like shake off anything that's stagnant, because remember, like we had a lot of angsty energy, I would say, so far since the new year, because we have that drive and that ambition and that transformative energy, and it seems like you know, roadblocks. Like, I'm literally looking out my window right now and they're doing road construction with a lot of roadblocks, and those roadblocks can build frustration, okay? So for you, Aries, around the time of May 23rd, like that is a wonderful time where it's like just to release, take a leap of faith, and drive forward, okay? Like, I really think May 23rd and that full moon is going to be so powerful for fire signs. And then Venus enters Gemini on May 23rd. And what I love about this is, like, the big thing about Geminis, they're flirtatious, they're chatty, but they also see both sides of the coin. And so this is something where you really want to make sure that you're mindful of your communication, okay? And it's also interesting enough that you really want to make sure that you understand the weight of your words when it comes to relationships. Now, these can be relationships, personal relationships, or even relationships career-wise. Like, if you have customers, like, it's really important to make sure that you're mindful of your communication, okay? All right, and then another big thing to highlight, Jupiter enters Gemini May 25th. This is very big, all right? All of that expansion is going to be opening up our communication. It's going to be opening up our networks. It's going to be opening up that expansion, meeting new people, saying yes to all these new things that are going to really, what am I trying to say? Benefit our expansion. And I think, to me, like, this is going to be the one where, you know, like the inner and the outer expansion we are going to feel personally and collectively. But it also takes making sure that you open up your mind to new ideas, all right? Like, yes, you are a leader, but don't forget Pluto and Aquarius. Like, there's a lot of energy when it comes to transformation. So make sure you see what house Pluto is in your chart, what sign rules Pluto in your chart, because that's going to be finding ways to make a decision when it comes to what we're passionate about, negotiating, opportunities, opportunities with partnerships. I'm just getting a lot like we're going to have to know how important relationships are without giving away our personal autonomy, integrity, and power. Okay. So with all that being said, let's see what we got going on for Aries for May 2024. Again, Aries, thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment if it resonates in a certain way, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Okay. Yeah, you are going to charge forward. When you have the understanding of your light and your shadow and how they work together to move you forward. I mean, that's big momentum. There's a lot of shadow energy that we all personally are still working through. And remember, your shadow is a part of you, so it's not something that you get rid of. It's something you work through and embrace. And I think that this month, especially when we balance those energies, and again with that twin energy of Gemini, all right, like I said, both sides of the coin, seeing both sides of the coin, that's when things really take off. Amazing seeing that there. Very cool. Wow. Okay. Well, this is going to be a stellar month for you, Aries. And like I said, the biggest thing here is that, you know, saying yes and allowing that big momentum, that big progress, and that big change to really fuel that fire within you. Overall energy for the month of May 2024, Two of Coins. This is going to be a busy month. This is going to be a month where we need to remember to ride the wave of change, okay? And to not fear the water. So this is ruled by Jupiter in Capricorn, and Capricorn is that discipline, that structure, that dedication, that slow build, okay? And so think the slow build with Pluto. Pluto is a slow moving planet. Jupiter, that expansion. Also a planet where that expansion grows over time. We have to keep focused on where we're going, all right? And don't allow those shadow energies to trip you up, because that's when we fall off balance of this wheel. But the wonderful thing I see too is the luck that comes with allowing that emotional water energy into your life. Okay. And again, taking downtime. You don't want to burn out. You don't want that flame to burn out. So making sure you spend as much time enjoying life as you do pursuing your endeavors. What you need more of is temperance. So again, like I said, there's something here to balancing that fire, that drive with that emotional fulfillment and unplugging, okay? And making sure you take time to unplug and focus on that inner flame and nurture that inner flame with emotional things that like fulfill you. And also, like I said, there's just a big, strong message. Don't be afraid of the water. Queen of Swords. I love this because this is the boundaries I was talking about. There's something here about recognition and fame, if you will, and balancing that with strong boundaries, okay? Because like I said, everybody wanting to have a piece of you. This is also a card that is saying that when it comes to your relationships, you really want to make sure that if there's something like interesting seeing this, if there's something here where it comes to like a repeating pattern, this is a time to really allow your experiences to inform your decisions. So again, I'm going back to Pluto in Aquarius going retrograde and a time to reflect on transformation. This is a time where there might be a relationship in your life where it's the same thing keeps happening and you keep giving a chance, or vice versa, right? But there's something here to really reflecting, and it might be time to make a different decision when it comes to this relationship that you have. All right. Interesting. Five of Swords and what you need less of. All right. So there's a time where we just need to walk away, and then there's a time where we need to stay and fight. And so in this area, this is really saying that there's something here that you might need to assert yourself with. Okay. And this is also ruled by Venus in Aquarius. And I even think, just give me 1 second here. Where is that? Okay, I'm going crazy. Maybe that's not in there. But anyways, But there is strong Venus energy this month, and I'm getting a sense of something, like I said, that we're reflecting on when it comes to a relationship that hasn't been working, and the way we've approached it when it comes to our communication, we need to rethink, okay? This is really interesting what you can change. 9 of Coins. This is ruled by Venus and Virgo. So like I said, you have so much related to Venus energy and love and relationships. But the 9 of Coins is increasing money and enjoying the comforts of home. And so if you've been, like, if you have that restless energy, like I was saying, of not wanting to take that downtime, like needing that balance, I want you to make sure that you find ways to enjoy the comforts of your home. Like if you're not a fan of where you live, like, well, what can you do to make it more zen? I'm really getting, okay, like feng shui. I love Donna Stellhorn. She has a channel. She has amazing videos on feng shui, amazing books on feng shui. And there's even like moving your bed in a different direction where your bed faces the door instead of, like having it at an angle. Like there's just these little things that you can do to enjoy the comforts of home more. And you're meant to do that, okay? I'm just getting this idea of like not wanting to be at home and always being out and always being the life of the party, if you will. And there's something here to taking a step back and making sure that you love and enjoy the comforts of home just as much as you love being out there, okay? So Ace of Wands in the area of what you need to accept. This is what I love is this is fire, this is summer. And so we are building up to summer and with your energy. Now, this spark of inspiration, I don't think you're gonna get it. Like I said, being out there and putting that fire out there so much, you're gonna get it more by this domestic energy, okay? And I really think this is a lot to do with that Pluto transformation. There's something with you transforming. So like I said, check what house Pluto is in, because if it's in one of the houses that's related to family or domesticity, love, there might be a message there, okay? Or like, let's say it's like in your career sector, but it's also like Venus is in that same house. Just please take a look at your astrology, because I do think that there's something here when you look at your chart, you're gonna go, oh, wow, that really makes a lot of sense. Now, the end of the month, where things are heading, the 9 of Cups, this is amazing. So the end of the month, like I said, with all that expansion, the 9 of Cups is ruled by Jupiter in Pisces. So remember, all that Jupiter and Gemini energy is coming at the end of the month. And this is a card about abundance and wishes coming true and expansion that like nurtures everything inside of you, okay? This is a card of gratitude though too. So remember that expansion comes from the appreciation of what you have. So like I said, by focusing on this and appreciating everything you have, you're gonna click that expansion and it's gonna take off, okay? All right, so let's see what past life energy is affecting Aries for May 2024. Past life energy. There was also a message of the knighthood and so loyalty, and like if this is you working on your concept of loyalty, or if it's somebody else who has this sense of loyalty to you, like how do we reciprocate that? Okay, you got health. So let's see what the tarot has to say about this card. Okay, so the message here is your relationship to health and healing is influenced by other lifetimes. You may be suffering from a physical problem that was inflicted upon you during your last life. Perhaps you reincarnated so quickly that you didn't have time to deal with the underlying issues. Your physical health has caused you hardship, yet it has also taught you a deeper level of compassion that you could have learned in a healthy body. You've also developed healing skills that can benefit others. In fact, you may have already known that you're a healer. This knowledge was acquired in previous lifetimes when you formed healing on others. Back then, your earthly needs were likely taken care of by a community, so you may struggle with the idea of charging for healing work in this life. It's helpful to know that this is the current Western society and everyone must charge for their work, including services based on spirituality. Okay, so I think too, like this is this idea of when you tap into that well, and like really focus on your spiritual side, because you know, Aries, you're very passionate, you're very like a leader, ready to lead, okay? And you're fearless, and there's something here to connecting to that earthly water energy that we can all tap into. Like I'm just, this well here is like really sticking out to me, okay? Even make a wish in a well. If you can find a wishing well, that would be really cool. All right, let's get an empowering question for Aries. What empowering question is going to help Aries for May 2024? All right. Oh, this is cool. So first one, what is the most courageous thing I've ever done and how did it make me feel? I think that's going to be related a lot to that Five of Swords. And what is my gift to the world? Look at the color association with these. I really do think that this card is sticking out to you, and it's going to unlock a lot of abundance to tapping into whatever that is. It literally could be tapping. If you've never looked up tapping, it's a wonderful healing process of like getting rid of anxiety. All right, so let's see what archetypal energy. This is going to be related to those relationships. This can either be you or somebody else in your life. The most important part though, Aries, is that you are the hero of your own journey. Interesting. All right, so we got the prostitute card. It fell upside down. The light attributes is it accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit, and the shadow attribute is placing material considerations above security and security above self-empowerment. So like I said, there's something here to that aversion of the concept of monetizing on some spiritual practice. Okay, interesting. All right, so let's see what dragon energy. It's the year of the dragon, so I will be pulling a dragon card for every monthly. What dragon energy is going to benefit Aries May 2024? Dragon energy. Aries, dragon energy, May 2024. All right, one more shuffle and I will pull from the top if I don't get it. There it is. Okay, you got two. Okay, we got dark blue galactic dragon and orange gold dragon. All right, from Arcturus? I don't know how to say that. Anyways, helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service, and opens you to the knowledge for the golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. So remember that light, your fire. Your fire can be a guiding light for so many people. Okay, also too, I have this health stone. I just noticed your past life energy there. All right, so what crystal energy is going to help Aries? Ooh, I love this. Oh, yes. This is perfect, Aries. Simplification. Okay, so what did I say about all that Pisces energy? Where it's heading, Jupiter and Pisces, expansion, simplification. This is about like just enjoying the simple pleasures of life and your surroundings. Aquamarine. So if you can get some aquamarine carried around, wear it on you, put it in your wallet or your purse or your pocket, have it somewhere to reflect on while if you're having any anxious feelings or thoughts. But like I said, check out the astrology because there's a lot of Pisces energy in May, okay? Including Saturn and Pisces. So remember, Saturn and Pisces went direct November 2023. And so we're learning the blocks, the fears, the limitations, okay, of our lives. This is going to really help push through that, and not push through it with forceful energy, but actually pushing through it by flowing, okay, by going with the flow. All right, so we're going to get a clarifier and then we're going to close this out. Thank you so much for joining me, Aries. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Share with somebody who you think needs to hear this message, and comment if it resonates or if you have a question. So, wow, that was easy. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, so the simple pleasures. What did I... simplification, simple pleasures. Six of Cups is about enjoying the simple pleasures of life. This is that inner child, all right? I want you to nurture that inner child. I want you to enjoy life. I want you to just go out in a park and read a book or go to the beach. If you have kids, making sure you spend time, like go get ice cream, like for me personally, there's this ice cream museum in Chicago that I plan on taking my daughter to this summer. Like, just make sure that you take time to leave your troubles behind and just enjoy life. All right, you have to unplug sometimes, and don't get overwhelmed. Remember, Jupiter is going into Gemini, and that expansion is going to be really rapid, and also it's going to offer us a lot of choices. Okay, rapid communication. Well, which one do you want to choose? Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, just focus on the simple pleasures, okay? And you are going to be led to filling that cup up with so much abundance and joy. So again, Aries, thank you so much for joining me. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this.